Hey there, RC Girl here. Today we are taking a look at one of the latest editions of the 1/12 scale Losi NASCAR. This is actually my first foray into NASCAR and NASCAR RC specifically. I've heard folks having a ton of fun racing these on local oval tracks. We are going to take a look inside the box, explore our first Losi NASCAR. Lots of livery options. Now they're adding 2 more to the NASCAR fleet. Let's take a look inside the box. Pretty cool. This is the Dale Earnhardt Jr. vehicle. Dale Earnhardt Jr., of course, is the American professional stock car racer who drove the iconic number 8 Budweiser sponsored Chevrolet in the NASCAR Cup Series from 1999 to 2007. Alrighty, handy little box. Everything comes in a nice little box with a carrying handle. If you're new like me, NASCAR is the most prestigious stock car racing series in the US, where the bodies and chassis of the vehicles are strictly regulated and races take place on oval tracks and road courses. I'm also new to the RC version. I know they're raced on oval. I just joined the Facebook group for these vehicles, a great place to learn about mods and upgrades, setup tips, and connect with other enthusiasts with the same vehicle. Street price on these is $209.99. They come ready to run, so a pretty great price that gets you driving straight out of the box. They come with all waterproof electronics, including battery, charger, transmitter, and there's nothing you need to pick up separately. They can reach speeds of 20 plus miles an hour out of the box with a 20-minute runtime with the provided battery. I just finished 3D printing a few parts for this. There actually are a good amount of 3D prints available for the Losi NASCAR, both free and for purchase. I printed this display stand. I'm in the middle of testing out a budget-friendly multicolor printer from Anycubic, the Cobra S1. But if you don't have an at-home printer and want parts 3D printed for your next project, like the Losi NASCAR, definitely check out PCBWay. They are our sponsor for this video. I'm so grateful. They're an online 3D printing company. All you do, super easy, upload your files to their website, select from among their many materials like nylon, resin, even metal. I had them print out my scale driver heads in resin because they are so detailed. You can't even see the layer lines. They are great for batch printing, prototyping, and trying those materials that are less at-home printer friendly. They will give you an instant quote, print out your files, and ship them directly to your door all around the world. Check them out for your next 3D printing project, big or small. I will put a link to their website in the description box below and in a pinned comment. Huge thank you to PCBWay for sponsoring this video. Now let's check out the Losi NASCAR. Alrighty, this is nearly everything that comes in the box. Mine was a pre-release, so it didn't actually ship with a battery or a charger. However, this is going to be the battery that it comes with, a 1400 milliamp 2S hard pack LiPo. This is a G2 smart battery. You're also going to be getting a USB-C charger to charge that. However, they did send me the power stage bundle, which includes the battery that comes in the car as well as an upgraded charger. So if you want to upgrade your charger system from the USB-C one that comes with the car, this would be the way to go. Compatible with 2 4S LiPo batteries with IC3 or IC5 connectors. If you use the smaller connectors as well, they also provide a little adapter. Plug that in, plug our battery in. You're gonna get the STL 2-channel transmitter as well as the 4 AA batteries that come with it. Mine didn't come with them. I'm gonna be using rechargeable ones anyway. It's gonna be pretty basic entry-level transmitter. You're gonna have steering rate adjustments here, steering trim adjustments. On the back, we have a switch where you can adjust your throttle limits from 50, 75, or 100. If you're giving this to a kid, you can definitely dial that down. You can also reverse your steering, and our power button is on the back right there. It doesn't like to stand up on its own. Taking a look inside our instructions bundle, you're going to get information about chargers and upgrades. We also get instructions on how to bind the receiver to the transmitter. It should be bound from the factory, but if not, it comes with a bind cable, as well as a little Allen, and some instructions on how to bind it. Next, we get information on the body itself. They actually do sell a clear body. If you don't like any of the many livery options available, you can paint your own. You also get information on some of the other livery options as well as the tires available for this truck, not a truck. Here is a quick start guide telling you how to power on your transmitter and power on the vehicle, some other details about how to drive, as well as a more detailed instructions manual in several different languages. And lastly, the vehicle. Pretty cool. We're going to put some batteries in our transmitter, charge up our battery, and take a look at the chassis in more detail. It is going to be a Lexan, kind of a thin Lexan body with lots of different decals in the Dale Earnhardt Jr. livery. We do have a little bit of peeling up here. What I would do here, just get a hairdryer, tack these decals down a little bit more. We also have body clips here, 2 on the front, 2 on the rear, holding the body in place. Nice little fender there. Decals as well for the lighting, no lighting integrated as part of this. There are also lots of different tire options available for this, depending on the type of driving you're gonna do. These are the Goodyear Eagle Slicks. They also make different tire compounds denoted by the color of the writing. And if you're driving on different terrain, they also make a dirt option and a wet tire as well. Super scale, kind of cool. Nice. Drifting around that corner. Definitely not a drift car, but... And particularly if you're racing oval, they mention to rotate your tires so that they wear more evenly. How you do that is you do it diagonally. So you're gonna take your front driver, move it to the rear passenger, and your front passenger, move it to the rear driver's side. That's gonna help extend the life of your tires. I will put a link to all the tire options in the description box below. Definitely good to have a second or third pair on hand, particularly if you're racing these. The front grille and everything on this is going to be decals. Our windows here are not clear. They're going to be decals, but they do a good job at making it look pretty scale. Now let's take a look under the hood. Nice silver painted interior, nice clean look here. Our spoiler is actually a separate plastic piece being held on by 3 screws. Decently thick Lexan. Alrighty, pretty clean, simple chassis layout. The chassis is going to come with all waterproof electronics, so no worries about running in water or rain. They just say not to submerge them. Taking a look at our motor here, this is going to be a Mega 380 28 turn brushed motor. It says it's an Ichibo. No decal on this. A lot of racers actually take the decal off to help with heat dissipation. When you're racing, your motors can heat up. We also have an integrated fan here blowing both on our motor and our ESC to keep things nice and cool for you. We have bullet connectors connecting the motor to a Spectrum 2-in-1 motor ESC combo. We are currently using 2 of the channels. Our motor actually plugs into the top of the ESC. It's not actually using one of the ports. Our servo is plugged into channel 1, and then our fan is actually using the auxiliary port. We also have a free open auxiliary port for plugging in something else if you want to do that. And there is an on and off switch here to power on your car. It's equipped with a Spectrum SX110 steering servo with metal gears, decently fast. It also features an enclosed drivetrain with metal ring and 19-tooth metal pinion gears. It's all-wheel drive, open differentials, oil-filled shocks. This is an on-road vehicle, so definitely not a ton of ground clearance. We do have a front bumper here with a nice foam pad. Taking a look underneath the chassis, nice branding opportunity here, all plastic components, nice and flat. We also have Nerf bars or crash bars. I believe they're called Nerf bars on-road. I'm definitely more of an off-road person. Looks like there's a little QR code there for support on the vehicle. We also have an area to plug in the battery here, held in by Velcro. And nice little cable organizers here to snap those in and hold everything nice and securely. Alrighty, that was super quick. Our battery is charged. They said a 1400 milliamp 2S LiPo is gonna give you about a 20-minute run time. Whoa, fast. All right, I think that is it for all the details about the chassis. Now let's go take it for a test run. And this is actually my first video in my new house. Kind of exciting, just getting settled, starting to get my pit space in order. Got a lot of RC stuff getting organized, lots of boxes in the corner. Got a lot more stuff planned for this area, so stay tuned. My neighbors have yet to find out how nerdy their new neighbor is, but I actually found my cones, which is perfect. Set up a little course for this. Alrighty, here we go. We got our course set up. Actually just met one of the neighbors. His little kid stopped by. Thought my car was pretty cool. So I set up this little course. So we're gonna start here, go around, whip around, come back here. And then we're gonna do like a figure 8 in the garage and then back here. See how it goes. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Oh God, I already took out a cone. Oh gosh, we're not doing so hot. Oh gosh. Getting better, I guess. Now we have a cone in the way. Don't worry about that one, I guess. Didn't want that cone anyway. We're getting a little bit better. What I did, I turned my steering rates up a little bit because we have some tight turns here. It's a little bit compact of a track. We're at 100% throttle. And yeah, I think we're just gonna practice getting better and better. Let's take it around again. Go wide. We're a drift car. Getting better. Definitely better than when we started. Get that cone out of the way. Woo! Squeeze. Ooh. We're getting worse. Nice. Alrighty guys, that is a wrap for the Losi NASCAR Budweiser Dale Earnhardt Jr. edition. Super fun. It's starting to get pretty rainy. I think this RC made a new NASCAR fan out of me. Never too late to pick up a new hobby. I think the price on these is really accessible. A great true RTR package. You don't need to pick up anything separately. Cool to see the community growing around these. I think there's like 17,000 people in the Facebook group for these cars. Lots of fun 3D print options for it as well. If you're a NASCAR or a motorsports fan, check out the Losi NASCAR offerings now with 2 new fantasy editions added to the fleet. If you need something 3D printed, check out PCBWay for your next 3D printing project. Thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Huge thank you to Losi for sending one of these out to try out on my channel. Excited to expand my RC motorsports. Until next time, or see you later.